Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. Number 2, who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Islam Makhachev fought Alexander Volkanovski for a second time, in which Islam Makhachev dropped and put a lot of punishment on Alexander Volkanovski, and the rest enough to start the fight in round 1. Now, after this, Islam Makhachev wanted to fight Dustin Poirier, in which Islam Makhachev started out very fast. His wrestling and striking was great, got Dustin Poirier in a Bravo choke and made him tap in round 5. Now let's take a look at Arman Tsarukyan's latest performances, in which he fought Beneil Dariush, in which Arman Tsarukyan knocked out Beneil Dariush in round 1. Now, after this, Arman Tsarukyan went on to fight Charles Oliveira, in which it was a very close fight. Both of their striking, grappling, and ground game was great, but Arman Tsarukyan won by decision. Now, this fight stylistically is going to be the closest fight on the card, and I think we already know why, and that is because in the first fight, we've seen that both men had almost little to no damage on their faces. The real fight came when it came to wrestling and grappling, and it was a close one, but Islam was obviously ahead in terms of skill and experience, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen in this rematch. Now, don't get me wrong, if their first fight was close, then surely that means that this rematch is going to be much closer. But I still believe that we're going to see Islam outperform Arman in certain things, which will result in Arman falling back on the scorecards, and which will result in Islam beating Arman once again. So now let's talk about how this fight's going to go and who's going to win this fight. Well, let's say that both men decide to keep the fight on the feet and decide to have a striking match. Well, in that case, I believe that both men are going to stay very patient and they're going to be very hesitant, because all it takes for one person to time a shot and shoot for a takedown, and from then on, the other person is now forced to defend the takedown and win the position if he doesn't want to lose that round. And I believe that's how the fight's going to go. Or if somebody decides to close the distance, both men are going to clinch and they're going to be working towards taking each other down. And whoever gets a takedown, they're going to be working towards controlling the position. And if they get enough control time, they will most likely take that round. So that's how I believe the fight is going to go. So my prediction is that Islam is going to be steps ahead of Arman. Now, don't get me wrong, Arman is no joke. And Arman doesn't like the wrestling or grappling, as he showed it against Khamzat Chimaev in the lead up to this fight. But Islam is the true definition of a complete fighter. His skill set is the highest in the division. And with his experience, there's no way that Arman comes close to giving Islam a hard fight. So I got Islam beating Arman once again.